Possibly.
We went live. Never mind.
Shout out Lorenzo's PFP.
We got a good one today. What's Lorenzo's PFP?
He's got a friend in me. When the road is so
I love that you're singing the Toy Story song. That just brings joy to my heart every week.
it's so catchy. I hate it because it actually is. It is.
Well,
a new week. Here we are.
A new week, a new pod, Tosh.
Mm-hmm. We're back to our Tuesday today.
Just for today, possibly next week. I don't know.
We'll see. We don't know. I mean, technically, by our wait, what is it? Not philosophy. The slogan or whatever. It's like Tuesdays or whenever we want to, bitch. So yeah. I mean,
it could even be Monday or Thursday or Friday, whenever we want. It doesn't matter.
Whenever we feel like it, yeah.
The whole point.
But shout out to Kerm and her space because we didn't realize that we were stepping on her toes today. So shout out Kerm.
We're not worthy, Kerm. Thank you. I don't even know if thank you is the word, but we're sorry. Apologies.
Yeah. I'm more sorry.
I'm gonna blame it on my co-host.
Hell no. You want to go there? You guys want to know the real reason why we're doing it today instead of our normal time? It's because of my co-host. So don't you dare put blame on me. It doesn't belong on me. Okay, so
real quick. Biggest bro, Tasha and Max, the greatest duo since peanut butter and jelly. Hey, I fucks with you, biggest bro. I appreciate you, King. I appreciate you. And Sharky's in the building.
I dibs the peanut butter.
I wonder what Sharky's wearing today. I bet you she has some glasses on, probably some lipstick. I bet maybe she took her glasses off. You never know.
She was looking extra cute today, regardless. Who knows? So before we jump in with our big excitement of the day, let's hit our peaks and pits.
Okay. No, you go first. Ladies first.
God damn. I don't know. I haven't really had that exciting of a week. So as per usual, I don't think there's really my only pit is like these headaches still won't go away. These migraines, I keep getting them, and it's getting hella annoying. But my pit. Oh, okay. I'm gonna dig right into my little show that I have. So, I've been like I track storms and stuff all the time. But this year's storms, like this season has been crazy, right? There's so many storms, so many tornadoes and everything. My pit then would be the fact that I missed Mahalo's call when he was in the tornado, but my peak was being there with him after and just the excitement.
Okay.
What about you?
By the way, yeah, shout out to everybody in Houston. I hope all your friends and family are okay. I know they've been without power for a long time, so keep them in our prayers. I hope everybody ends up being okay and get your electricity back.
The damage that came out from the downtown Houston was wild.
Yeah. So for sure, my peak has been messing around with this camera. I had my first official job photo shoot, and it went very well with my new camera. It was kind of like I was learning it on the fly, but I kind of with my old camera knew more or less what to do, so I was able to get it together. So that was awesome. And also, my kid is graduating this Saturday, so that's going to be awesome.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's exciting.
And my pit, did I have anything bad happen to me?
When you have to ask them, there's nothing.
Oh, yeah, I found out my toe had been bothering me for like the past couple of months, and I found out I had a sprained toe, which
Yo,
sucks.
I swear my finger's sprained.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's been hella like fucked.
Yeah, but
That's
back to me because
weird.
we're talking about my pit.
Yeah, why are we both having similar injuries? What
Yeah,
the
that is
hell?
kind of weird.
It's so weird.
Oh my god, best buds. Psych, we're not
Stop.
really
No, we're not. Ugh.
Oh yeah, I lost a deal yesterday, which is okay because
Oh.
I still keep the client, but I lost like a pretty substantial potential deal. But we move on. We move on.
Okay. Okay.
Would you like to ask our guests what their peaks and pits are, Tosh?
We can. We can.
All right. Drum roll, please. We have today two of the biggest Blackpink experts the world has ever seen. We have the one and only, the unconquerable, immeasurable, often imitated, never duplicated, one of a kind, Sharky! And next, the Labracorn man himself, New York City's finest. Catch him at Midtown Commons collecting all the peach momocos your heart desires. The one and only Labracorn John. Let's go, baby.
Oh.
Ooh.
Cool. Quick question. Is this an FA John on YouTube?
No. The very first FA was done with Prez only a couple weeks ago for the DC3 drop of Frank Miller's Year One for Batman. And so I gave a little comic book knowledge over there. Yeah, and that was it.
I'm pretty sure John was on YouTube before that doing one of the Omi Homies videos, but not live. But
that is true. When you came to visit in New York, I was a cameo in one of your edited, but never live.
What's up, y'all? How y'all doing? Good to see y'all.
Hey guys, thanks
Open
for having
invitation. Yeah, to come to New York, by the way. And I know Sharky was here. We saw you at actually Mrs. John and I both said hello to you, Sharky. You know, she but Tasha has been a no-go in New York out of everyone here on stage. So please get your passport. Please come.
I'm working on it.
It's an open invite. You know what I'm saying? And we'll have a good time. We'll take you to Midtown Comics just like we had with Max and Janie, and we'll go to K-Town. We'll do it up right.
As long as we hold hands and skip through the streets.
I don't think Mrs. John would allow that.
You are not invited, Max. Don't get excited.
So for our guests, your peaks and your pits before we get to this Blackpink extravaganza. Sharky first.
It's hard, right?
Oh dang. My peaks for I guess this week so far, I got to spend time with my family, my niece and nephew, so that was great. My pit was that I had to go back to work today because it was a long weekend here. So yeah.
Okay.
Gotcha.
John, Labracorn John.
So my peak is insane because it literally just happened. And actually, I was going to reach out to Sharky and Mahalo, but I might as well just do it now, which is, do you guys remember how I put you on the meme coin called K-pop back in March? Do you remember that? And it was just ridiculous. I bought a lot of that coin, right? Yeah. So if you had that in the Solana wallet called the Solana wallet, right, which we were told people about right now, you would have been airdropped something that's worth $10,000 now. So the question is, Sharky, have you checked your wallet recently? That you kept the K-pop in? They might have dropped it in there for you. And I would check. And Mahalo, I have to hit him up. K-pop just paid out during the meme coin boom. So there you go. That's my peak.
Sharky might be rich right now.
Sharky might be rich.
Sharky might be.
She's frozen stiff right now.
I think I just broke her. She just screamed and broke the computer, running for her Solana wallet to check on her crappy coins to see whether or not that triggered an avalanche of abundance for her financially. But yeah, that was a shock today. I couldn't believe it. Yeah.
Let's go.
So you claimed it, John? You have it?
I did. I claimed it. I converted it, and I put it in. It's real money, and it's literally sitting as fiat in my actual bank account now. That's cash.
Oh my god!
Congratulations,
my
it's
brother.
real. I couldn't believe it. I was like, I was looking at the number. I'm like, I thought the same as you. I'm like, is this fake? Is this? Look at that. Now she went running. She just went running. Check on her K-pop. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, and what a beautiful segue into talking about K-pop. But yeah, that was pre-Veve K-pop. I was in as much as I could be, any way I could, trying to support the genre. You know how much I bug people in Veve spaces to play K-pop all the time. There's no ulterior motive. I just love the music. I just love the artists. Anything with the word K-pop on it, I was just trying to find a way to support it in the space, right? And so Tasha, I've heard that you've become a bit of a fan of K-pop recently too.
I mean, I'm only a fan because you're a fan, you know?
That's all it takes, community.
I feel like the moment though that I realized I was a fan was when you were in the space like a year or so ago and you were talking about it and everybody was hating, and I'm like, you know what? I'm siding John on this today.
I'm glad to see people come around. You know what I mean? And Tasha, I appreciate that you came around a year before the Veve announcement, because like to me, that marks you as an official true blue real deal K-pop enthusiast. So welcome to the club. I love to see it. You know what I mean? You were about to buy some BlackPink Crocs. You were just like a second short before you bought some other Crocs.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That would have been gorgeous to own and put on your feet. Some like Jisoo, Jenny, Lisa, and Rose on your toes. That would have been great, but we just missed it. Just missed it.
It's okay. Maybe one day you'll catch me. Speaking of, I want to test everyone then. Who's your favorite out of the four? Because I know that there's always like
a bias.
Yes.
So I will defer to Sharky first to answer that question. Who's your bias in the group, Sharky?
I really like Jenny, but also I like Rose. And sorry about that. My computer took a little poo-poo, so
good.
Technical difficulties. But yeah, that's what I would say. Probably Jenny.
Jenny's the same for me too, because I was first introduced to her through The Idol. I didn't know she was a part of the group when I was watching that show. So, and then I learned that she was. But I definitely say I'm leaning more towards Lisa.
That is amazing that you were first introduced to Jenny. I guess you would have known her as Jenny Ruby Jane, right? Because that's her actress name, right? So you knew her through acting before knowing about her entire career in K-pop. That is really amazing, right? So, but your second choices for both of you, awesome, right? So Lisa is actually probably globally the most popular member, right? I mean, she's huge in Europe. She just had this huge show in France, like a solo gig that was amazing, and she showed up at the F1. She did the checkered flag. Like, she is everywhere globally. She's hot, right? But my heart goes to where Sharky's is, which is Rose. That's my bias, right? Because she's a singer-songwriter. She's earnest. She like plays the guitar. Like, if I mean, let me just open this thing up for a second. Do you guys see in here? Oh, see, look at all those guitars. So yeah, a little Ron English there. So I'm a big proponent of people who love to like make their own music and perform their own music. And as a singer-songwriter, Rose is one of those rare instances in the K-pop industry where it is not formulated, right? Like, she actually writes her own stuff, writes her own lyrics, writes her own music, performs on the guitar by herself. Like, she really brought a new element to K-pop that I think really people like paid attention when BlackPink first came out. And I think that actually really helped with its transition over to being a global supergroup, right? Because people saw what she was doing, and then right in the middle of a song, all of a sudden like guitar will come in, and then she'll be singing really earnestly, and it's like, oh well, hold on a second, that's not the K-pop formula I know about. Like, why are they putting this part in, right? Because usually it would be like, you know, dance and a little dance and done. But no, Rose comes in at least once for every major comeback, you know, a single that they release, and has that moment, and it's beautiful, right? And she has probably the most unique voice in K-pop, right? So no one really sounds like her as well. So that is really amazing. So, and she's also the global spokesperson because she speaks English the best, growing up in Australia, being born in New Zealand. So there you go. That's, I mean, I could go on about my bias, but yeah, it's definitely.
You got the time. You can go on.
I could go on and on. Hey,
No,
and by
but
the way,
John, that's kind
all
of what I was gonna say. Like, that's why I really like Blackpink so much, because they're so like talented on different levels. It's not just like one thing that they're good at, right? So that's why, I don't know. That's what I was geeking out about. Like, they're really a super group, you know? And I appreciate that. I appreciate talent.
Yeah, I think if you see each one of them, they bring something, you know,
Different.
kind of special, yeah, and different to the group, that you can understand why it has such a universal appeal. Right now, we can go through them, right? So first of all, we can start with
Let's
Jisoo,
do it.
right? Because Jisoo's tomorrow, right? So Jisoo is really like the Korean of the group, right? She was born in Korea, raised in Korea. Like, straight up, you could see her in like any other group being like the center of that group, right? A domestic Korean group. Like, if she was in Twice, she would lead Twice. If she was in G Idol, she would lead G Idol. If she was even old school, like Girls' Generation, she'd fit right in, right? So she is what people would consider to be like traditionally, like, you need a Jisoo in the group to be an A-list group, right? She brings all of that, right? She is the most kind of glamorous, beautiful, you know, kind of ethereal. She's got that whole thing going on. If you've seen her solo release, which was called Flower, like, she does her element to the nines, right? Like, she gets to cut loose and she's like, okay, I'm going to do this Jisoo style. And her thing looks like as if it was like, you know, like you're in Paris and it's fashion week, and all of a sudden the lights turn off and all of a sudden it's just Jisoo, and then it's like she's a freaking fairy queen or something, right? So that's what she brings, right? She brings that kind of really, you know, more than just visual appeal, right? Like, I would just say she is traditionally um, the type of member in a K-pop group that everyone would say, thank God Jisoo's there because we know this group will succeed, right? So she's the domestic product, right? She's the, if everyone stayed in Korea, she would probably be like the number one, right? But let's talk about the other three, because they're
So is she like the Justin Timberlake? Like, she's the
she's like yeah, she is like the JT of NSYNC. She is like the she's like the not the Beyonce. I actually would say in Destiny's Child she'd probably be the Kelly Rowland, right? Okay. So because Beyonce, she's a performer, and she's like, Beyonce's more like the Jenny. You know what I mean? Jenny's more of like the Beyonce of the group, right? But Kelly Rowland, you know how Kelly's kind of, you know what I mean? Kelly has that, like, she's so cool and she's so beautiful, and you know, it's like, wow, Kelly, like, you really fall in love with Kelly. So Jisoo is kind of like the Kelly of the group. Well, talking about Jenny, because Jenny's a day later, Jenny is the it girl, right? So in every, and let me tell you how massive this is. No one saw a Jenny type before Jenny came on the scene, right? When Jenny was introduced, it was very early on. She was very, very young. She actually was first introduced in collabs with other YG artists, such as Big Bang. Big Bang at the time was the #1 boy band in South Korea, and they tried to go global, didn't quite make it, right? But they were the biggest thing. G-Dragon, who is the JT of that group, right? He went and did solo work, but he needed to have another vocal with him. So he could have picked anybody. He was at the top of the game, right? Even within YG, you know, he could have picked CL. He actually did pick CL for other singles and everything like that, you know, from the reigning girl group at the time at YG, which is called 2NE1, right? But he chose Jenny. Jenny was a trainee at the time. But G-Dragon, who is very forward thinking, he goes, she has it, right? She has it. So even as a trainee, I'm going to put her on my single, and it just blew up, and everyone was like, who is this Jenny, right? So when Jenny finally debuted in her group, South Korea went bonkers, right? So she is the all-star all around. She literally can do everything, right? So she can sing, she can dance, she can rap, she's got the attitude, she's got the fashion sense, she's got like everything, right? And she actually is a really great emoter as well. If you know her off a stage, she's actually quite shy, right? She's like almost terminally shy. She cannot stand like crowds or one-on-ones or anything like that, right? She really, really doesn't. But when she's on stage, she flips a switch, and all of a sudden she is like superstar,
She's a
Beyonce
true
level.
performer.
Yeah, she's a true performer. She's a really credit to her craft and everything, right? So Jenny is now, many years later, considered to be the top idol in her generation, right? So she's Gen 3, right? So there's 5 generations now, but she's Gen 3. She is the #1 artist for Generation 3 out of all of the groups. So that is saying something, right? And some people even debatably say that Blackpink is not #1 in their generation. Some people say it's Twice, or some people say it's Red Velvet, right? But at least in Korea, right? Globally, we would disagree. Globally, we would say it's Blackpink. But domestically, even with that said, they all agree that, and Irene is close from Red Velvet, but no, like Jenny is definitely the it girl of her entire generation. That's truly massive, right? But I feel like I'm bogarting the whole situation. I'll talk to you about the other 2 members. Before I do that, Chucky, do you have anything to say about Jisoo and Jenny before I go to the other 2?
No, I feel like you said it all, and like I think it's really cool to kind of learn the background, of all of the artists within Blackpink, because again, as I said earlier, they're all like super talented and they have unique voices to add in. So it's just really cool.
Yeah. So and I forgot the background of Jenny, right? So she was born in Korea, but she actually lived in New Zealand long enough to have like a perfect command of English, but with a New Zealand accent, right? And then she came back to Korea. So that's why she probably has the second best command of English. But because she is terminally shy, she lets Rosé kind of like be the head of all the back and forth conversations when they go overseas, right? But believe me, she has complete command of English. So the third one that is releasing, I believe, is Rosé, right? Oh, and Mrs. John just came in, so my apologies in advance if I have to go off. See, you're here.
Hi, Mrs. John.
Yeah, right.
That background noise.
Who's Mrs. John's favorite band member?
Oh,
Group member.
Mrs. John doesn't like that group more than she likes BTS. So like she is like, if I put her in front of the camera, I mean, and talked about BTS, and I even know her bias in the group, right? It's V, right? So the guy said, well, I'm not going to talk about BTS and her biases, man. You think I like talking about my wife's biases from a man's group? No. So we'll leave that to her to talk about, but she does have them, right? So, and you guys kind of know like our age group, right? So I want to say one thing, like, look, I'm talking about Blackpink. My wife is talking about like BTS. Like, we're of the age where we have our own children, yet we still love this music, right? So don't let that stop you from like just really enjoying everything about this, including really getting to know these guys, right? So third member, Rosé, my bias, right? So she was born in New Zealand, but she grew up in Australia. So she never lived in Korea. She actually auditioned for YG in Australia, right? And then when they accepted her, she came to live in Korea for the first time, right? So, okay, I'm going to have to put this on pause for a second because the family's being so loud downstairs. But the good news is we're on Rosé, which Sharky is a bias of, so Sharky can clue you in on what's happening with Rosé. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Give us the background on Rosé, Sharky, John style. Like, where was she born? What's her blood type?
It is just like John.
I cannot give you guys a background on Rosé like Mr. John. So no, I will forego this opportunity as much as I love it.
But I do want to dive into like how did you discover Blackpink, or what made you such a big fan? Like what was it about them that really like, oh, this is a shit for me? Like what was that?
Yeah, I mean, okay, so you guys know that I love music, and my friends group is really, really diverse. So I listen to not just Western, like English music, I listen to Bollywood, like literally everything. So one of my friends, actually, two of them, one, they just kind of were playing K-pop, and I'm like, hey, that sounds kind of cool. And I was gonna say, and I will say, John, it was Epic High. That's why I really love them so much. And they're like, it's just, it's cool to listen to music that's not English, even if you don't understand the lyrics. And I'm not the type of person that goes on first listen for the lyrics of a song. Like, I really enjoy the musicality, the different instruments, the way the piece has been put together. And honestly, as long as it's got a good beat, I'm all about it. So that's kind of, I just heard it from my friends' speakers, and then I kind of went back and I dove into K-pop, and I found Blackpink, and this was like in the very, very beginning of K-pop really going and taking over the world. So it was kind of really cool. I'm not gonna say I'm a Blackpink hipster at all whatsoever, but obviously we kind of heard it a lot on the radio here as well. And yeah, and then just kind of dove into a lot of other artists, K-pop artists. So yeah.
What year was this when you started like becoming a fan? Like more or less, what year was Blackpink on the come up? I guess it says here 2016, so it had to be.
I was about to
Yeah.
say 2016.
2016.
Yeah, so
and
I
Sharky,
would
by the
have
way,
found them around 2017.
like you said, Epic High. I do not know if you watch K-dramas as well, but on Viki right now, there's a show called Beautiful Runner, and it's pretty much Epic High, right? So it's about this guy who, for reasons, you know, is in a band, right? And but they actually play their own instruments, and they become huge. And of course, there's all this K-drama stuff around it. But I thought it's cool because the premise is very Epic High-ish. So I don't know if you watch K-dramas, but there you go. There's my recommendation for the week. K-dramas too. It's not just K-pop, people.
That is one thing I didn't get into yet, K-drama, but I'm starting to lag again, so I'm just going to switch over to my phone.
It's okay.
I'll be right back.
John can continue on.
Yeah, you know how I can talk, everyone. So yeah. And by the way, hey guys, I don't know if you see this behind me right there, but this is what was given to me by Max and Janie, actually, because they went and met Frank Kozik in person, got this signed for me, like in 2022. Right. And so right before he passed. And so I really, really appreciate this. I like, look, this is how much I treasure it. I like put it behind glass. I have it framed up on my wall right below Peach Momoko. You know what I'm saying? So this is really near to my heart. So I just want to say, like, I know Max and Janie always put things that they get from people behind them when they had these casts. I just want to say, you know, I want to point that out in particular because they absolutely more than return the favor. And it's more than just like a this for that. It's because they really care about the people in the community. So I just want to shout out that, you know, before we get back to K-pop, really appreciate it.
That's beautiful.
And Tasha did too. Tasha gave me a Labracorn sticker. Like, yeah. So, like, oh my gosh. See, Toki's mad because I didn't mention that Tasha gave me something too. Like, yeah, I still have the Labracorn on my refrigerator, right? So that was so nice. It even has the mint number, like 316, that I still have on VV. So that is super, super appreciated. Yo, see what I'm saying? That's what I gave Max at NYCC. See, so like it's a mutual like love in society. Believe me, man. Like it's much respect to y'all. So I mean, that's one of the reasons why I'm coming on the show, because like you guys are the real deal, right? So back to K-pop.
Love, baby. Appreciate you, John. Appreciate that.
Okay, so Rose. Let's talk about. Oh, and did Sharky actually fully talk about Rose? In which case, we'll just skip to Lisa.
I mean, she didn't give us like the blood type and address, so we figured that.
Yeah, we want you.
Okay, so
Yeah.
one thing about Rose is she is in her own right a good enough artist to leave Blackpink right now and be
Yeah.
a top 10 global artist. Like, I truly believe that. One indication of that is that she was the very first solo Korean artist to break into, I forgot what, it might have been even top 10 Billboard, right? And so she holds that record, right? And so, like, I would have thought it would have been gosh, like CL maybe from 2NE1 who did it first or whatever it is. But no, Rose was the first one to actually have that breakout role as a solo female artist from Korea. She's the first one. So Rose, in her solo release, proved that she has the chops to be able to do this herself. But that just shows how strong of an element she actually brings to the group, right? And so when she was having her solo release, you know, a popular singer-songwriter you guys might know called John Mayer heard her, was really impressed by her, and he had just recently come out with a Paul Reed Smith guitar called Silver Sky. And so he intentionally asked them to make a custom color for Rose, and so it's pink, right? And he had it like sent to her, right? Sent to Korea, and like as a personal gift from John Mayer, saying, "Hey, I listened to your single. It's amazing. Have this gift from me," you know. And so you know, she put it on her Insta, and she was like, so really, like the top tier level singer songwriters all respect each other, and I thought that was like such a cool move by John Mayer to do that. So yeah, Rose to me is like an artist, right? Like, just because she's in K-pop doesn't mean that like all the kind of negativity that you usually hear about, oh, they're all just pre-crafted, they don't actually have any time. That's not Rose, right? That's not Rose. So that said, like,
That's one of the best parts
musicality
with Blackpink in general, because like you look at all the K-pop groups, and yeah, like a lot of them, people for like that don't know from the outside, they just think that it's a whole bunch of people put together,
like
that
Backstreet Boys
they
style
don't-
or something.
Yeah. But the thing with Blackpink is like they each individually could be huge artists individually, and then together they also are like such a magic group.
So they're like the Avengers.
It's funny you should say that, because somebody in the back channels asked me if, and of course, you know, a little bit of flipping, asking, you know, like, does anybody in Korea, if they actually care about anything on VV? And you know what I told them? I'm like, you know what they would actually care about? Anything related to the Avengers. And they were like, why out of everything on VV would they want the Avengers? I'm like, because Korea, when they refer to their K-pop stars, they call them the Avengers. Right. So when a new group comes out, like let's say when Blackpink came out in 2016, they're like, oh my God, new group by YG, you know, let's break it down, because these guys are going to be the Avengers of the girl groups. Right. And so who is the Iron Man? Who is like the Incredible? Like, who's bringing what? Right. Because the thing about Avengers is each one in their own right are superheroes, right? They can carry their own movie, they can carry their own thing, like they're talented in their own way. But when they come together as the Avengers, they bring their own special something to the group that makes that group even more powerful. And then as a group, they're literally unstoppable, right? So literally the phrase that people use still to this day is they're the Avengers of this, they're the Avengers of that in South Korea when they refer to any collaboration like that. Avengers are huge in South Korea, right? So there you go. Yeah, so Lisa's superpower, so to speak, that people globally pretty much know is she is the best dancer of her generation, right? She's the best dancer. I cannot express that enough, right? So in her generation, again, remember, we're talking about Gen 3. In her generation, the only other dancer who gets close is Momo from Twice, right? Momo, who's from Japan. She is an amazing dancer, but she dances in a certain style, right? She's you know, like she follows choreography extremely well. But when you see Lisa dance, it's almost like she's almost like a b-boy freelance dancer, freestyle dancer. It's really impressive. Like, everything feels very natural, very organic. If you see any of her Lily films, which is on YouTube as well, like, since we're on YouTube, I'll direct you to it. Like, her freeform dancing stuff and her choreographed stuff, you're like, oh my God. Like, I thought she was good in Blackpink, but oh my gosh, when like all the barriers are gone and she could just do whatever she wants. She just takes it to the next level. So she truly, truly is. And actually, I think we were mentioning France before, right? Didn't
Yeah,
she
I was gonna
have that
say
whole
she
thing
did
in
like
Moulin Rouge? Yeah,
yeah, because she did something that was so like crazy
it
that
was so
like there was so
crazy.
much scandal behind it. But yeah,
Yeah,
like
she really cut loose. Yeah,
yeah,
but see, that's the thing. Like, and a
she
lot of
was in
people
her
think that
element.
about K-pop. Yeah, like K-pop groups, they think, oh, they're cookie cutter. They only have talent to a certain level. They have to be trained like 30 billionaires to even get one decent move out. That's not Lisa, right? Lisa is a natural. Like, and people don't know about this by Lisa, maybe, but she's actually not Korean. She's actually from Thailand, right? So her full name is Lalisa Manoban, right? And so that's why her first single was called La Lisa, right? It is actually not a play on her name. That's actually her real name, right? So yeah, she did not know Korean when she first came over, but she's so talented, actually with multiple languages, that she can speak English, like probably the third best out of all of them. And one of them, Rosie, is like a native. The other one lived there almost like all of her childhood, right? Lisa's almost right up there with her that quickly, right? Jisoo's a little far behind when it comes to learning Korean, right? But and her Japanese is amazing too, and her Chinese is amazing, right? So Lisa, oh, my best favorite clips on YouTube of Lisa are not actually with the dancing or performing. It's of when she is a judge for another show and she is ripping into these students, right? And you see how much of a hard ass she is and how much she actually really cares that they capture the element of the dance. Oh man, you had to pick Lisa's sexiest dance. You had to pick the sexiest dance. You had to pick the sexiest choreo. This is her live performance. See, and that's another thing people don't know about K-pop groups. When they are out of country and they are live, like they were in Coachella, they actually kind of feel like they could do whatever they want. So you will hear them cursing. You will hear them being. I mean, you will see them performing a lot more, sexy, I guess, and more free form. They just go wild, right? And so sometimes those Coachella performances, and if you guys have not seen a Blackpink Coachella performance, do yourself a favor. See the whole damn thing. Because like another thing a lot of people say about K-pop is it's canned, right? They're like, oh, it's highly produced in the studio. They can't do that. When you see Blackpink perform at Coachella with a live band behind them and they're busting loose, you're like, oh my God. Wow. So and I think they played Coachella twice, right? So they're really really amazing live as well. They actually have the chops. I went to three of their live concerts. I'm lucky I live here on the East Coast, so I got to see them once in Jersey, I think twice here in New York. But yeah, they actually can perform. They are actual musicians. They're actual artists,
did you buy
guys.
one of those light up hammers or not?
Oh, I did.
Let's
I wish
go.
I had it with me, but I don't. But I think it's down at my sister's place. But we did buy one of those light sticks, right? It's generation 1. And my daughter has a little keychain of it, of a mini version of that light stick that she keeps around on her keychain. And that one doesn't squeak, but the big one does, right? So if people want alpha on it, you can go find it, which is on YouTube, and you look up this show called Weekly Idol. This is where they played a little variety show game where they play like Kaiwai Bo, right? Which is like, rock, paper, scissors, right? And then if you lose, you have to grab like a bowl and you stick it on your head, right? It was like a ramen cooking pot, right? And you put it on your head because the other person that takes a toy hammer and tries to hit you over the head first. But the hammer won't hurt because it's a little squeaky toy hammer. So it'll just go like that when you get hit. They loved that like game so much. When it was time to create their light stick, they made their light stick into that toy hammer. And so that toy hammer, if you hit someone over the head with that light stick, it will make the squeaky sound. It's squishy on both sides. But instead of a hammer, it's actually a heart, right? So both sides, it's kind of more of a Sailor Moon kind of situation, right? Now, here's the thing you may not know about the light stick. It's Wi-Fi, right? And so
go ahead.
when you turn on the light stick, it's synchronized. So they have in their live concerts a dude who is controlling the light show, and at the same time it computer controls all of the light sticks in the arena. So then all the arenas, they change colors and they change patterns on and off, so it just becomes, you as a fan become part of the show. And it's so insane when you see tens of thousands of people just having all these light sticks and they're just all interacting with the music and everything. It's just like,
It's
you really
insane.
feel like, oh my God, this fandom is like insane. And yeah, like really honestly, the light stick is maybe one of the things that true K-pop fans, true Blinks, will be most excited about, like the common version that's interactive. I cannot wait to see how it is interactive, and we'll see where that goes. Yeah. So
The light sticks are definitely better. I know with the Taylor Swift concert, they give the wristbands, which is lame. It's not the sticks. But I read, like, I was watching a thing about that with the light and stuff and how it gets it, like, the whole crowd to change the color with, like, laser. Like, the technology behind it is insane. So the fact that they're in the sticks is so cool.
Yeah, I had that at the Coldplay concert, and it was so cool. Tasha, I know how much you love Coldplay, but if you ever get a chance, please go see them. Because yeah, it was like the Sky Dome here, which is a huge arena, and they're playing A Sky Full of Stars, and they have the LED bracelets, and literally every single light was on and it was synced to the music. So I can just imagine, John, like that to Blackpink's music and the hammers, because they're ginormous too, right? Like they're not LED lights. Ah, beautiful.
And someone mentioned the BTS concert. As you know, my wife is a big fan, so we went to every single BTS concert that ever hit the East Coast here near our area. The light stick game there, and they call them the bombs, right? Because the fandom is the army, is shaped like a bomb, and these light sticks are so insane. Like there's this one part where they say to the fans, like, "I love you," and then a shape of a heart is made by the light sticks, like depending on what seat you're in, right? So they make it so the fans respond to like the people on stage, and they can see that by the response of the light sticks. And so it is so crazy. And each member has their own color in BTS. So when their solo part comes on, all the light sticks change into that member's color, right? So it's very intentional. It's so cool. And yeah, I think that common light stick variant is probably going to be one of the secret sneaky picks of true K-pop fans if they come to the site and look for something to pick up, right? I think another one is actually the signature cards, right? I know, unfortunately, it's the ones they're going to burn, but like, and I think I mentioned this in Spaces before, but signature cards are huge in Korea, right? And actually, globally, photo cards are huge, right? And so if you buy a physical album, right, you get a random photo card. And sometimes, like the one I bought, you will get a signature card, right? But they're all different, right? And so you will see people paying hundreds of thousands of dollars to get like the one they want, right? Or the whole collection of grouping of what they want, as far as cards are concerned. Cards are huge, right? And these fandoms absolutely gravitate towards that in particular. More than other fans of other musical artists, I would say that K-pop fans in particular will indeed buy physical merch to the nines, right? You know how they always say about country music stars that they are so huge on the Billboard charts because people still actually buy physical CDs for the music versus just streaming it online, right? With more urban artists like country western people, they will still actually buy physical CDs. Guess what? K-pop fans do that too, right? K-pop fans will actually buy physical merch even if they don't own a CD player, and they will do that for two reasons. One, which is like to get those cards to collect the swag, right? And the second is to support their artists in the charts, right? Yeah. Just like country artist fans know that they shoot up the Billboard if they buy physical merch more than just streaming it. It weighs more to buy the physical. So they will go buy physicals like insane. So you have true collectors, guys, true physical collectors in the music vertical. Can't think of a bigger populace of fandom that does that.
I was comparing it. Yeah, I was comparing it to I was talking to somebody recently about it, and I said like the Blackpink fans, when it comes to like merch and collecting, I feel like they're on par with like people that collect Hello Kitty merch. You know, like they go all out.
Yeah, and the merch, by the way, I wouldn't say heavily licensed, but when you
No.
have an officially licensed YG product of Blackpink, it goes
It's
insane, right?
crazy.
Like
Yeah.
there was a recent collab with Murakami that did
Mhm.
extremely well. I think it was on Complex or something, right? And those sweatshirts and T-shirts and everything, they sold out in a hot second. It was insane, right?
Mhm.
And so, and actually, you know, they're putting out a new light stick pretty soon, a Blackpink light stick that is Murakami themed. So instead of hearts on the end of those hammers, they're actually the Murakami flowers, right?
Yeah.
And so that's a beautiful light stick. Actually, I would love to get version 2, which is that Murakami version. And yeah, so they're great with collabs. They're great with you know, understanding who their fandoms are, and that their fandoms are really into street fashion as well, which is why they have the Murakami collabs. Why actually G Idol recently had a Hello Kitty Sanrio collab, right? Like you said, so they know the kind of things that cross pollinate really well, and so it'll be very interesting to see how, you know, VV will translate into that market and possibly, you know, attract, you know, the true K-pop fandom to come over.
Labricorn John, question from the audience.
Yep. Oh, so Lorenzo, so is this VV collab is like a really big deal then? So I would have to say there's a potential. That's the way I would say it, because I'll put it this way: in South Korea, currently there are certain ways that fans, they're called blinks, right? That blinks know where to go to get physical merch, and they go there to go get their physical merch, right? Right now, that is not VV. So domestically, like within South Korea itself, there isn't much traction for the company, which is why I think it's a very smart idea for VV Korea to actually get up and running as CEO, to be on the ground, pounding the pavement locally, regionally, to try to get those fandoms involved, right? And so it could potentially be a big deal, but I mean, right now, if you ask me, it's day one. That's the way I would put it, right? So globally, I think that you have to look at the current reputation of Vivi, right? So the current reputation of Vivi in the collectibles market leans heavily on pop culture, right? Which includes like pop art, like Frank Koza behind me, and comic books and things like that. That's probably where it heavily skews, right? So K-pop, even though it can be considered pop culture, is a brand new vertical. So it remains to be seen whether or not people will come for it as much as they have their more traditional routes of physical merch. But I will say that probably out of all, and this is just my personal opinion, probably out of all of them, the most attractive to a K-pop fan will probably be the signature card. Absolutely be a signature card. Unfortunately, that's the one that's going to be burned, right? So there might be less than 1,000 left after the dust settles, and you know.
Let's just tell everybody it's the stage so that we have a chance to get these cards, John.
Right? And people will say, "Oh, which member is the most popular?" Like I just gave a good reason why all 4 of these members are like so popular. Like you will be lucky to get any of these signature cards in your possession. You'll be, I mean, like even though I'm a Rosé fan, if I end up with like a Jenny signature card, am I going to be unhappy? No, I would be so happy to have that, right? So yeah, like to me, the terminal thing that would make me so happy is if I'm looking at like a signature card, right? And I think I joked about this before when I showed my physical signature card, and I should have brought it with me. It's downstairs. Is that I have a physical signed card of Rosé. The signature on Vivi looks better than mine, right? Because like if you look at mine, it has like 1 petal on it, right? But if you look at the Vivi's version, it has like all 4 petals on the rose, right?
How'd you get it?
So I bought her limited edition CD, and it came and it was like the deluxe edition of it, right? Oh, thank you. Look at that. My daughter actually brought it for me. Thank you. So there you go. So let me come in a little closer.
Cute.
So there you go. So this is actually a CD booklet, right? So inside there was this card that you see right there. And so as you see, that's the R, and next to the R, it's like the Oze. But then you have this other weird little thing at the end, right? You're like, what is that? That's supposed to be a flower, but if you see mine, it's like a stem and a squiggle, and that's
Yeah.
it. Now, if you see the Veve version, the Veve version actually has a full blown flower, right? And
Mhm.
so the thing about the signature cards on Veve is like they're almost like the perfect versions of each of the members' signatures, captured perfectly, that will never degrade over time. And I think in the long run, that will be very appealing to blinks, right?
Mhm.
So I think that has the potential to be to have the best traction. Now, if you're talking about the Veve verse, it's different, right? Because I'm talking about personal collection. You go to your
Yeah.
showroom, you want to have something on your shelf. That's the most attractive. Now, if you're talking about Veve verse, completely different. Because then I think you need to have one of each of these four members
Yeah.
minimum in a pose, at least one of those poses minimum, and the stage, right?
Mhm.
And maybe as many common light sticks as you can pick up, right? Because you're going to want to have like a Veveverse concert with your favorite artist, right? And YG is going to come out with other groups, right? But if you're a Blink, you care more about Blackpink than you do the other groups, right? Or even definitely the other companies' groups, right? So this is your shot to get the stage, get at least one of each of the four members, so you can put them on that stage and like have that there. And I don't think the previews give justice to what it probably looks like in the Veveverse. And I am not in the Veveverse, but I know Tasha is in the Veveverse. She is, seen these things in the Veveverse, and I'm pretty sure they look quite amazing in the Veveverse. Is this correct, Tasha?
I haven't
Are
seen
you-
them yet, but I hope because
Oh.
it won't show until after. But I hope. I can't wait.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. So I'm sure they will look magnificent. Because I remember seeing what did I see? Was it a DeLorean or something like that? And we all know how that thing looks like in Veve. And it still looks okay-ish, right? But then when you put it in the Veve verse, and then you're like, oh my gosh, is this the same thing? Guess what? It's not the same thing, right? Because they like upscaled it or something, or it
Yeah,
looks
it's more higher
amazing.
quality, right? Because on your
Yeah.
phone, everything gets condensed, obviously, for your phone. So then when you go into like a computer game and stuff, like it loads more. You see more
Yeah.
detail.
So that's key. You know what I mean? So I think in the long run, if a Blink in 2025 or something like that, after the year's crafting is all done and the dust is settled and what is, right? And the price is going to be what they're going to be. And they're going to roll in here and they're going to say, okay, the Veve verse, let's say the Veve verse comes out in 2025, right? And they want to have something. That's what they're going to go for, right? They're going to go for, and I'm not going to, I mean, this is just my personal bias. I'm just going to say it. I don't care. To me, the uncommon of Jisoo is the most attractive of the group for Jisoo, right? The common version of Jennie is the best looking of Jennie, right? I would say it's a toss up between the common and the actually, I really like the rare of Rose as well, like where she's gonna go, right? So that actually out of that pose, out of the three, Rose does that the best. So maybe just to not have sameness, I would go for the rare Rose, And then Lisa, I think like the common looks amazing and the uncommon looks amazing, right? So so that's the way we go. Actually, the ultra rare doesn't look so bad for Lisa either, out of the four. Like Jisoo's ultra rare looks like she's quite surprised, so maybe I wouldn't go for that one. But for Lisa, it translates as well. So that's probably what I would go for. If I wanted four different poses, I would go like uncommon Jisoo, common Jennie, rare Rose, ultra rare Lisa, if I was lucky enough to get that, because we all know people are going to go for all the ultra rares across the board anyhow, because they are the bottlenecks for the crafting, right? And we haven't discussed crafting yet, but yeah. Those ultra rares are going to be a hot ticket for sure in order to get into those cards, and then ultimately the silver versions of the secret rares.
That's kind of my favorite part about the whole way that they did the drop, how each girl has 4 poses so that you can actually pick which pose you like from each one. And then you can kind of like customize your own like little group of them. I think that's so cute. I love that.
I'm secretly going for all these common poses where they have their hand up like that because it looks like they're shooting a basketball. And I'm going to shoot a video.
Nice.
There's going to be 5 of us playing basketball. And they're going to be like, Kobe. Just with that pose.
How did you somehow bring basketball into this? Get out of here, man.
Well, backing up, I know exactly what you're talking about. Like backing away from the basket like that after hitting the J, right?
Yeah, they're like
Yeah.
Kobe.
Someone
That's
kicked
what I'm
Max
going
out.
for. So what about you, Sharky? What's your collecting strategy? Because I know none of us here have enough gems to go for all of them. So we're gonna have
Hell
to.
no.
Well, I was gonna just wait until for the market and grab something from there, to be honest, because I am gem poor right now, and I'll just wait and see how. So I'll be in the market and checking out how they're doing. So I'll be getting it from there.
Is there a specific girl that you want to go? Like, who are you gonna go for first, or are you gonna just do one every day?
I'm probably just gonna do like one every day, or just like wait a week after, and then just grab them because it'll be better.
Sharky.
But I'm super excited for this to like get into the VV verse and just have like, you know, our like, shows and stuff. So
Right.
Sharky,
Have your own little concerts.
Exactly.
If four of the Blackpink members were hanging off a cliff and you had to pick one to be a duo career with, who would it be?
Oh,
Lisa. I picked mine.
Rose,
And
maybe
why?
Rose.
Rose? Why?
Because, well, all of the reasons that John already said, like, I think she would be like really good. I mean, Jenny's like, I feel everyone's favorite, and she's great. Like, first of all, they're all talented, so they're really great. But I feel like Rose is my girl.
Okay.
Do you know what kind of makes me sad? Side note, every time I hear people talk about Blackpink, no one ever like picks Jisoo. And dude, every time I think about it, I'm like, dude, she's like the Kevin Jonas of this group.
Tasha, do you want me to tell you a secret? Like my conspiracy theory? No joke.
What?
I think because somewhat people know that Jisoo maybe is the least popular member, that's why they made her first, because she will be the FA. You know what I mean? And so the VV people will come out in droves and like buy out that particular member the most,
never
because
thought
that's
of that.
potentially the least possible to, if everything else was equal, to sell out. So yeah, being FA, as you all know, in VV holds a lot of weight.
It's huge.
Yeah, so Jisoo will definitely always have traction, especially the UR, for being that FA. And as you know, after you craft, you get to keep the UR, right? So that UR will always be first, right? And so I think those will always maintain its value even after the crafting window is closed. And the crafting window is open, as a reminder to everybody, a full year, right? And so it will be very impressive to see Jisoo, out of all the members, maintain the strongest value for a calendar year. That will be something that Jisoo fans will be so happy to see. One point that I think needs to be mentioned is for the Jisoo drop tomorrow, the wait list is not a half an hour before, it's 12 hours before. So tonight, guys, you can like load up your wait lists. Yeah, you can join your wait list, and don't wait until the last second, because 5 minutes before it will shut down, right? So you have been given 12 hours notice before to go ahead and like sign up for a Jisoo variant or multiple Jisoo variants, right? Like get on all the wait lists if you want to, and see what you hit. And again, like for me, I just really like the fact that, to me, the uncommon captures her image well enough where if I look at it, I'm like, that's Jisoo, right? And so for me, that's the same thing for Common Jenny. Like I look at that comment, I'm like, yeah, that actually looks like Jenny, right? And then same for actually all of the Roses and all the Lisas kind of look like Rose and Lisa. But I think in particular, yes, that one, the uncommon, look at her face, that's a Jisoo face, right? So I'm like, wow, they did an excellent job. One thing that got revealed by the community manager today at Collectibles is that when they were pitching this and they were getting the green light for this, it was actually the silver figurines that came first, right? The silver and the pink and the silver and gold. And so that's what the Blackpink members looked at and go, you know, let's go for it, right? So afterwards, they went and got this company that we've been talking about that we found on Instagram, you know, that South Korean design company, and they designed the 4 variants: common, uncommon, rare, ultra rare, that look freaking amazing, right? And so even if you guys look at the silver and you're like, it's kind of not my thing, the expression kind of looks a little old school Veve, if you know what I'm saying. Not Electra, but you know what I'm saying. The eyeballs look a little funky, you know. And I, personally, I'm not really gonna be crafting those. But like the other four, I absolutely can see getting at least one of each of those and be absolutely happy with it. And looking at them, go, yeah, that looks like that member. That looks like that member. And that is a testament to that design studio. I wish they had that design studio for everything moving forward, because those guys are good. Those, I mean. And actually some of them actually look like spot on. Like you can absolutely see the characteristics captured. Like you can tell they actually care, right, about the modeling and getting it just right. So I'm very, very impressed with Veve when it comes to these and especially particular variants of each of these members. I think K-pop fans will be too when they come over.
I agree with you. I like the groups of them more than I like the silver ones, but I do have to say I love that they did the pink, like the silver with the pink, and not just kept it like gold type of thing.
Yeah, I think thematically having it BlackPink represented by pink, I think that was clever.
Yeah, but yeah, their eyes are a little. Where's the meme?
I mean, you can see the dilation of their irises in this capture. It's like they look like they're like deer in headlights. You know, I'm not gonna get really into it. You know, I'm trying to keep this positive, but I'm just saying it's like if you're telling me I have to burn a card or get one of those, man, I'm keeping the card.
I'm keeping the card too.
Yeah,
honestly, because it's the thing. Like, why would you really want to have like an all gold version of them though?
Because scarcity, Tasha.
I don't care. Everybody always uses that as an excuse. Oh, because scarcity. Who cares about scarcity?
See, the Veve people will go for that, but the K-pop fans won't necessarily gravitate towards that. Like K-pop fans, they will go for something because they have a connection with it, right? And if you're telling me that if you pick either of those silver figurines of Jisoo tomorrow versus the uncommon version of Jisoo, come on, man. I know where they're going to gravitate towards. They're not going to care how many of them there are. They really don't care how many of them they are because they don't play. It's not the same playing field as what Veve's methodology and culture is. And that is a very important point to like talk about, right? Talk about culture. Veve absolutely has his own culture, right? It has like it's flipping people, it has its collecting people, it has its own rhythm in terms of like value sets when something first comes out or when it hits a secondary or when the crafting window happens. Everyone kind of is familiar with that, right? Now, if the blinks actually descend upon the site, it's a different matter. If like let's say ideally all the blinks who actually care about BlackPink actually do come to Veve tomorrow. Let's just say that's going to happen. The Veve people will not have a chance, right?
Nope.
The only people will have the chance are those MCP people for 25%. That's the only people that have a chance. Everyone else will get swamped, and that stuff is an extinction event. It really is. Like ideally, if those guys come, this is all gone. Because thousands is nothing to these people, right? Thousands is nothing to one of those people, right? If they come, right? Every one of these people, they don't have to be millionaires to be collecting whales. The people absolutely, like only half jokingly say, like, I can't wait for my paycheck to come in Friday so I can buy more merch. That's absolutely how they live their lives. Like they I'm going to talk a little negativity. There's this like term in Korea that sasengs, I think, that means stalker, right? And so there are people who literally their whole lives revolve around they're literally these people are literally idols, you know, not to get too religious, but like that's their whole world, right? And so they are religiously, you know, going to purchase everything that is real about this you know this member that they like that survives. It really can get crazy is all I'm saying. And so but the thing is they also are particular. It's very interesting. They're rabid but they're particular. So if they don't feel like a member is behind it, if they feel like the company's behind it, and sometimes the company is demonized, right? Sometimes the company's making my member, like my favorite member, do what they don't want to do, right? They will absolutely crap on the company while still supporting their members. It's a very interesting dynamic.
Yeah.
So you know what was very big is and I saw Ms. Dusky like post about it today, and actually when Jisoo did it, they posted it on their individual Instagram channels.
Yep.
I don't think people know this. Like the YG official channel in Insta has like 55 million views, like followers or whatever it is. It's pretty big, you know. But that's for all the groups, right?
Yep.
Each individual member has twice that amount of followers, twice the amount of the followers, right? Because they're like half of those fans don't follow the company, don't follow the official group lingo. They go to where their member is and they religiously follow them, right? Like double up. They go for those individual members. So to have Jisoo actually have Vivi's ad in her like story, and to actually have
Mhm.
Lisa today, especially Lisa, because Lisa usually
Yeah.
does not like have these kind of things. Like she usually just has stuff from her own life, or you know, that is like directly paying her as a personal appearance, right? That's what she has on her. And so she put this out. That was quite shocking to me, right? And so now all of a sudden you have 100 million fans being, what is this, right?
Yep.
This is on Instagram.
It's on
Yeah,
Insta. If
Lisa
you go to
posted on her story.
click
the
on her
Vivi.
profile, that's literally the first thing. And that wasn't even the case for Jisoo, because Jisoo, she had two stories the same day. One which was for Dalgum, right? Which see, that shows you how much of a fan I know the name of Jisoo's dog, right? So Dalgum was having Dalgum was having a birthday that day.
You
So
picked the right person.
right, so the first Insta story
I know
was
Lisa's neighbor.
of Jisoo's dog's birthday. And only if you watch the whole video would eventually then go to the second video, which was the Vivi video, right? So a ton of fans didn't even stick around to see the Vivi video. That's not the case with Lisa. If you click on Lisa's profile today, it goes
Vivi.
directly to Vivi, and that's all that's there.
And Lisa's the most followed out of
crazy.
all of them, right?
And what's
Is
up?
she? Is Lisa the most followed out of all of them?
I think so, globally. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, she is the most globally popular member of the group. Now, again, in Korea, it's Jennie, right? She's the it girl in domestically. But globally, I think Lisa does kind of have more followers, you know, especially in Europe. She's huge in Europe for some reason. And China. She is very, very big in China. So there you go. And those are not small populations whatsoever, right? So and I don't need to say this, but y'all know Chinese people love to buy merch, right? They love, especially luxury brand level stuff, right? And so all four of them, but especially Jennie and Lisa, they kind of champion the kind of brands that those kind of heavy hitters will come and buy, right? Like the Chanels of the world, or, you know, that kind of stuff, or Celine, right? So Lisa is Celine, and Jennie is Chanel, right? So these are not small brands. These are the highest end luxury brands you could possibly get, right? And here she is talking about Vivi. And that's all she's talking about today. That is huge, because they starve for content every day, and they're hearing about Vivi today. That's all I'm saying. So that was a huge get 24 hours before the drop. Congratulations to the Vivi team. That was very impressive.
So 24 hours from now, John, what will be the state of Vivi?
I will have to say the VURs will have sold out instantly, right? You will have seen maybe 1,000 of the 2,200 cards already crafted. Wait, when does the crafting window open? Is it the same day?
Is this? I thought it was same day.
Because the burning mechanism starts on June 1st, but when does the crafting start? The same day?
I should know this.
Maybe it does. Maybe both of it's the June 1st then.
I'm not sure what day the crafting starts for the cards, but I think it precedes the burning mechanism for the SR silver statues. I don't know off the top of my head. My apologies if you guys can hunt that down. The information on that, but yeah, let's assume that is same day, right? Well, then I would say about half of them will be crafted, right? And then as you get closer to June 1st, you'll see more and more and more of them being crafted, and the price on secondary, will temporarily dip across all of them, but then they will start going up and up and up and up until June 1st. Then the burn will happen, and then you will see. And remember, it's for, and people don't know this. Maybe I'm going to let you guys know this. Is My Collectibles did also put out another tweet that said the silver and gold, which is the rare. So there's only 300 some of those SRs. That's first come first serve. This is not blind box. This is not rando. Yeah, this is first come first serve. You have to show up with your card and punch it in and get it done before the other 300 people do, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be a mad rush on June 1st, the second it opens, and then people will maybe go for the pink if they don't get the gold. And people might play a little cagey, seeing if other people go for the pink and seeing what it does in the secondary. I wouldn't necessarily see a rush for the pink version because there's like almost 900 of them. As you know, that's not scarce in VV numbers anymore. So we'll have to see. But I think eventually all the pink ones will, in the course of a whole freaking calendar year, will all go, right? Yeah. And that will still leave 1,000 some cards. I think those 1,000 some cards will eventually slowly go down in price, especially if there's some amazing drops later on in the year. But
no one wants the card.
Yeah, but once it hits rock bottom, I think you're going to start slowly seeing it go up and up and up and up and up, right? And especially if the K-pop people actually discover VV, then you could actually see a huge arc, and then it just won't stop, because those cards will then be as respected as the physical cards, and the physical cards are no joke. I just have to tell you one more time, guys, these K-pop cards are bigger in some ways in the Asian domestic market than like baseball cards or football cards or basketball cards. They really are. Like idol cards are like the things they collect now. They really are. And there's this really famous TikTok, I think, of Yuki from G Idol, and she didn't know this, right? And so someone from China was saying to Yuki, because Yuki's Chinese, right? But the dialogue was in Korean, and they were like, "Hey, can I have a little fun, game with you, Yuki?" And Yuki says, "Sure." She goes, "Like, I collected a whole bunch of your cards. I'm gonna have you guess between one card and another card which one is the more expensive card." Right? And so they intentionally put up one card that looked beautiful and the other card that looked goofy, right? And she goes, "Oh, well, obviously it's the beautiful one. I look good in that card." She goes, "No, that beautiful one's only 250. I paid $5,000 for this goofy one." She goes, "What?" You know what I mean? Because it was so rare to get. So believe me, there are definitely people who understand what Max just said, which is scarcity king and all that stuff, but it's in different context. Right? Yeah. There are collectors with their own whole culture, and it remains to be seen whether or not that culture will actually come to VV, respect VV's culture, or integrate into VV's culture, or change VV's culture, because that is actually what could happen if they actually do come. But we said the same thing about comic book fans, and they didn't necessarily come enough to change VV's culture. So we'll see whether or not the K-pop fans come. But if they do, they are influential enough to actually make a sea change within the culture. It'll be very, very interesting to see that happen.
Yeah.
Okay. And by the way, I guess we should say this, but nothing said on this episode is financial advice. Do what you want to do with your money, but
pick up whichever ones you want. Maybe you like the gold light stick. I don't know. We didn't even talk about that today. If you like it, you like it. There you go.
My financial advice: those cards suck. Don't go for it.
Also, I
burn
think,
them all.
I was going to say, I think the crafting starts really when you get them airdropped, so you can get started. But at least for Jisoo, it ends on the 29th. So
ends on the 29th. You know what that tells me? Because it's a calendar year, right? So it ends on the 29th of 2025. 2025. So that probably means it starts before June 1st, right? If it gives a whole calendar year. So probably the crafting maybe is not same day. Oh, who said?
Maybe not.
Oh, Dupe said no. I thought he was going to give the answer. But, oh, man, I wish we had that on tap to find out exactly when.
Yeah, I was trying to read through and understand, but I'm not understanding.
You're not finding the exact crafting commencement date on that blurb.
They don't really say.
We need clarity.
Question for Sharky and John. But
Yes.
BTS not being an option, if this works out and David Yu wants to go for another group, who would that group be?
Epic
Yeah.
High.
Who?
Epic High.
That's her bias.
This is
For
from
me,
YG Entertainment.
yeah, it'd have to be another YG group, right? Because they already mentioned all the other YG groups in the blurb. So I know which ones he'll probably want to go for, but the ones that are conceivable as like realistically the next one is probably going to be Treasure, which is the current YG boy band. And it definitely is not as popular as Blackpink, but it is like, their top boy band right now, because Big Bang is definitely in hiatus. And I would say their girl group that just came out, Baby Monster, could be the third, because Baby Monster just debuted this year. It's the baby sister group to Blackpink, and they sound very Blackpinkish. Domestically is doing very well. Globally, they don't quite have traction yet, but I think that if you see a Baby Monster release, there's a possibility that because it's such a new connection. Remember, the Blackpink thing was 2 years ago, right?
Yeah.
And Baby Monster could come out with new music in conjunction with a new release. That is a possibility. So it could be that the Blackpink release might be first, but the Baby Monster to K-pop fans could be the most popular. They will come for Baby Monster because there's new music involved. That's the one downside about this whole thing, is that there's no, PUBG had new music for the Blackpink skins, right? It was called Ready for Love. It actually made it on the Pink Venom album, right? The Born Pink album. But this one doesn't come with new music. So I think that also might be a downer why K-pop people may not come. But if you have a new Winner single, a new Baby Monster track, I think people will then come to Veve just for that. Especially if you say you have to buy this collectible to hear it first before it gets released anywhere else.
Here's a speculation and your thoughts then, because I know that Blackpink, obviously they re-signed with YG, but they haven't been making any music. So what if down the line, like in a year or so, they come out with another drop, like a second drop of a first time song? What do you think?
Well, it's possible, because even though the contract negotiations resulted in each of the individual four members going their own way and opening up their own companies and going to very soon release their own singles and collabs, they still signed with YG as a group. So if there's any new content coming out in 2024, 2025, YG will have the ability to negotiate and continue to negotiate with Veve to have that release as a group come out under probably the current licensing agreement they have in place, right? But don't expect anytime soon to see like an individual single release by Jisoo, Jennie, Rose, or Lisa, just out there on Veve.
I think that'll be fun. It'll be the first, I guess no, it's not the first music, because we've had music before. But I feel like it would be like the first big time music if we ever did it.
Oh, don't forget, this is under the Veve Vibes imprint, right? And so Veve Vibes' first joint, I believe, was the Ron English drop, right? And that is like the full single. And actually, we have two singles by now by Ron English of his band doing his original music. Absolutely counts as a first as far as a musical vertical on Veve. I would have loved to have seen Blackpink do something like that. Where you had like a Blackpink jukebox and you put like their single next to it, and then all of a sudden it played a brand new song no one has ever heard of. Believe me, that would have brought 100% of those K-pop people in.
That would
blow blown it out of the water.
Entire thing out of the water,
But it was not to be.
No, thank God though. Could you imagine?
I mean, everyone would be talking about us. It would have been insane.
Yeah.
Sharky, you're muted. I think you tried to say something, but you're muted.
Oh no, I was talking to Google.
Oh, I was like, wait, who does Sharky live with? She's talking to somebody.
I was trying to change the colors because it wasn't the light wasn't bright enough, but it's now pinkish.
Tell us about your tiger back there, Sharky.
Ooh, there's a tiger?
My tiger, my lion, I painted it. It's one of those color by numbers paintings, and it's actually really cool because these lights right here, they're like smart LED lights. So whenever I have them on like a scene, because the painting is oil paint, it actually changes colors, and it's like super cool. Yeah.
I've seen it transform in person.
Ooh, awesome.
In person. Oh, Max. Sorry, just to interrupt. Papa says hi.
Hey! Fun fact, John. You want to know about fun facts? You see
Yes.
that necklace he has? Those beads are
Yeah.
from my Texas chain that broke in Sharky's apartment. It broke in there, so
No.
that dinosaur
my
kept two of my
gosh.
beads.
That's the
And
connection.
I've had this necklace for like over 12 years now, so that is a
You
relic.
broke that necklace.
I am going to make a mini trip just to
Make your trip.
have this individual shown. Look, it's Toki.
Hey.
Hi, Toki. Yeah, she's happy to say hi to you guys. Hi.
Toki, I would die for you.
Meet cousin Churro, Toki.
So there you go. That's Toki making her cameo appearance on Not Just Friends.
I love Toki so much.
Isn't she a cutie? She's such a cutie.
Tasha, where's your animal?
I'm the animal.
Hi guys, I'm Tasha.
I'm the animal of the house here. Oh god. The closest thing I have of an animal is my girl.
Oh, there we go. Can
See,
you guys
Tasha,
see
nice,
Peach?
same.
There you go. So this is Peach doing Psy from Demon Days. And this is, which way do I go? This way. And this is, you can't really see it here. That's Psylocke from Marauders number 10. So there you go. That's her original art, her watercolors that picked up from Peach.
What about that skateboard?
What's up?
That skateboard. Is that what's her name?
Oh.
Yeah.
That's Tara McPherson.
Yeah, that's her name. Cool.
Remember, it's not Tara, it's Tara.
Tara.
Where'd you pick that up?
Tara.
Oh, a while back, probably back in 2022 as well. Yeah, and it was a limited edition that she put out. It sold out like almost instantly, and I just thought it was beautiful because it actually, I don't know if you see this, but see how the heart is missing and it's heart shaped. It reminded me a lot of the piece that's on Veve called Supernova. So I really gravitated towards that. And I'm like, oh well, I have to get that deck. So there you go. That's why I bought that piece. Yep.
Question though, out of all your collection, would you say Peach is your most?
My most is Jim Lee by sure, by far,
it?
by total. Like, let me see if I can make a.
Because I would have guessed Peach because every time I see you, you're always posting a new Peach item you got.
Okay, so there you go. Starting from here, see that's X-Men number 1.
Yeah.
Right? Like think of X-Men 97. That's where that came from. That's Savage Land Rogue, right? That's also Jim Lee. That's Wonder Woman, signed by Jim Lee. Oh my gosh, Toki's sold out.
No,
right
I
now.
love Toki. Toki's allowed.
And Batman and Catwoman, you can't see very well, getting married. This is Hush, Batman number 609, signed by Jim. This is 608, signed by Jim. That was the beginning of Hush. And then we have our 2 Wolverines over here. One which is Wolverine number 27, I think. That was used as the cover of the Super NES game or whatever that was. And so on and so forth. Oh my gosh, Toki is so loud, such a barkity bark. Oh,
It's
look,
okay.
there's a Cozy and Dan print there. And there are some more Peach Momokos. There you go. There's Ultimate X-Men number 1. And then there's Ultimate X-Men number 2. Both of those, by the way, are on Veve, right? If you guys recognize those. And then here's one by In-hyuk Lee. That's Armor, right? As drawn for Asian Heritage Month, which is this month. So happy Asian Pacific Heritage Month to all those people who celebrate that. And Armor is like a main player in these 2 titles. I mean, these 2 books here, which is Ultimate X-Men. She's basically the main character, right? So, but my favorite Peach of all time is
Show.
can you see this one? Can you see that one? It looks like a Harley Quinn. Can you see that? It's not really
No.
good. Oh no.
Oh, the
So-
one I see it
Yeah.
beside on the other
gonna-
side.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring it down so you guys can see it better. All right, so there you go. So
Oh my god,
Oh, yeah,
that's
yeah, yeah.
beautiful.
so this is my favorite. Oh my gosh, the reflections are horrendous, but that is not printed. That is actually an original sketch that she did for me at New York Comic Con, and she took out a black and a white and a red paint pen and just went to town on it, and that just meant a lot to me because she was actually not giving out remarks easily. You know who got a remark?
Who?
Sharky got a remark.
You want to
Sharky got.
see?
Yes, let's
It
see
does
it.
I
think it's
freaking
one of
love
the best
this
remarks I've ever
thing.
seen her do.
Dude.
That was amazing.
It was so cool. Wait, I'm doing it wrong.
I thought that was Tasha.
That is a Venomized Jeff, and I
A
know a lot of people
venomized
love
Jeff.
Jeff.
I love it.
That's
It's
so
so crazy. So
Nice.
one of the best remarks actually I've ever seen Peach do. So Sharky,
Janie's prized possession.
woo, we got the Strange Academy finals. Hold on a
With the
second.
AP, I don't know if you can see the AP on the side, but she got
Let me
this
see
at San Diego.
Oh, where can I get to it?
I don't
Do you
have
guys see
any
this?
Peach.
Is that it? Strange
Oh,
Academy
yeah.
finals. That's my
It's
copy of
that.
it. There you go.
Yep.
Oh my goodness. So you definitely have to get more Peach in your life there, Tasha.
I know. I don't have Peach at all. I don't have many. Like most of the comics I have been given from like a couple people. Mahalo, Kenobi, Max. Gave
Oh,
me
two of those, the Ultimate X-Men. Yeah, I actually got from Kenobi's Whatnot show, right? Key Collector 98 he goes by now. So those Whatnot shows definitely have the goods, right? So I encourage you all to check that out.
Can I show you guys my most prized possession?
Graded
Yeah,
one.
let's check it out.
Why did I know that was gonna be?
This is my special prized possession.
I can
My
keep
precious.
them out if
Wait,
you
who's
need.
that signed by there, Max?
My
Probably
kid.
himself.
My kid.
Oh, okay. Well, that's the most important autograph right there.
Indeed.
Nice, nice.
Yeah, I can't hate on that. Damn it.
Love it. You cannot hate on that. That's right.
No.
Got to stay friends for that one.
Unfortunately.
Yo,
Guys, I
Tasha.
Good
just
life.
go
before
ahead,
we
Matt.
wrap up- Wait, what'd you say, Sharky?
No, I was going to say at some point I just realized I have a one Tokidoki unopened blend box, so I might unbox it later if you guys are if you need time.
Sharky, did you get your package yet, by the way?
No,
Oh, it's in the mail. Damn, I was hoping you were gonna say you had that package. That would have been amazing.
oh, that would have been awesome. But thank you for that. I appreciate you.
Wait. So you want to unbox your Tokidoki like on air, live?
Yeah, I can if you guys are looking
Go get
for
that shit. Let's go.
Oh, let's see it.
Oh, why you do that? Janie opened the most incredible Tokidoki. Hold on. Oh my god.
Let me go grab
Go grab yours.
I just wish I had something to open around here. I don't.
I know, right? I have
know.
nothing to
I'm looking
open.
around. I'm like, let me look around. I don't think I
Look
do.
at this.
Oh, that's so cute.
Oh my goodness. Adorable.
Typical.
It's a basketball Tokidoki.
Oh my gosh. Oh
Did
my
you
goodness.
know
Is that
that
a
it was
hoop?
an option?
Is that a hoop instead of a halo?
Yep.
Yeah.
Love it.
Did you know that was an option in the box or?
No, I had no clue. And there's a basketball inside the head.
You know, I don't show enough of our kitty action. So this is Charlotte. Charlotte. Hey, so that's our kitty cat.
Hey, Charlotte.
And Sapphire
Hi,
somewhere too. You know, while I'm at it,
You
let me.
know, if I come to New York, just so you know, I'm coming for your animals.
You can absolutely. Oh my gosh, Toki, what are you doing? You're just like getting in trouble over here.
Like
Like, look, she's
No.
waving her tail like she's not getting into trouble, chewing things she's not supposed to chew. That's not a bag for you to chew, Toki.
That's okay.
Wait, what,
Oh my
what kind of
gosh.
backpack is that? Is that a
What
No,
are
backpack?
we're
you
not going there.
smoking?
We're not going there.
Is that leather? Is that leather? Oh my gosh, you should not be eating that.
What backpack that is?
Oh my gosh, you're going right back at it? I'm right in front of you.
Candy
Oh my
Toki.
gosh. So bad. Okay, let me bring down a box. Let me find my peach momoko box so I can just show you guys what kind of peach momoko action I got here. Hold on a
All right.
second.
Sharky,
Let me
take it
see.
away. What we got, Sharky?
Yeah, let's see the
Hit it,
unboxing
Sharky.
first.
We got a season 8, I believe. Yeah, series 8, Tokidoki Murakorno. There are, I don't know if you guys can actually see all of
Okay, yeah,
these.
I like to try to guess. Let me see.
Yeah,
I'm guessing you're gonna get jelly squish.
that's the one I want because it's so cute.
Is that a
Let's
chaser?
go.
No.
No, the chaser is Serena, but the black and pink one. So
What's your guess,
imagine if I got the chaser. Whew,
Right before Blackpink drops.
right? Tasha, what do you think?
That's a good luck. I'm thinking the one, not the first one, like the first corner, but the one below beside the chaser. The tannish, the other.
This one?
The other side of it.
Okay,
Serena?
that's the regular Serena.
That
Yeah.
one.
All right. Okay. Da-da-da-da-da.
Jelly squish
And
time.
I just want to touch it.
he's so squishy.
I want to touch him.
Hey, yo.
I love Toby so much.
Tasha's just like, can I touch it? Can I touch it?
I'm not even gonna ask if I can touch. I just do. Oh my god, give him some pets, John.
I will give Toki one pet.
What?
There you go.
That's not enough.
Done deal.
Jelly
Oh, I
squish.
found the other. Found the other cat.
Sapphire. Oh my god.
That's Sapphire. Hi, Sappy.
I love that you're like trapped in a room with all your animals. Like that's the goals right there.
And they're looking
Oh
at you
my
like you're the
gosh.
present.
All right, you guys ready?
Yes.
I got DJ.
Let's go.
Let's go. Just
DJ.
What
I
are the
have
odds?
some
That makes
notes.
a lot.
I love it.
Of course you got DJ.
Right?
It makes
course.
sense. Is this like is it iridescent? Because
I don't think so. I don't think so.
color.
Actually, you know what? Give me
looks
1 second.
So pretty.
I will find out. I have a UV light.
See this one, Sharky?
Hold on.
This is so cool though. I don't have any of
I mean,
them.
that totally is a basketball hoop. That is pretty cool. That's a cool pull. I won't say it's not a cool pull. It is.
Oh, I love it. Oh my
It has
god.
a basketball in its head.
Yeah, I saw that. I don't have any Mermacornos or like Tokidoki figures. Damn, I should probably get some.
I have so many.
My collection is my Legos.
I mean, do you have a really impressive Lego set that you want to show us? Like, did you complete the Death Star or something like that?
No, God, no. Like I got the newest set that I just built last week. It's technically 2, but it's an E-wing.
Transformer.
Ooh. I know about the E-wing. When didn't they show the E-wing in Rebels?
Yep.
See, I know
It
my
was
Rebels lore.
Yeah, it was in the set specifically the Shinhati set. So it's from Ahsoka series.
There you go. We did get a cameo of the E-wing in the Ahsoka series. That is correct.
Yep.
Look, Sharky, is this from the same set?
Is that the Hello Kitty one? Hold on.
Yeah.
Hey.
Oh, they have the same one.
Twinsies. Let's
Oh my
go.
gosh. That is Hello Kitty in a Tokidoki suit. That is crazy.
Yeah.
I love that.
I have so many. Like this one's so cute. It's got a little baby monkey.
Mm.
Okay, you guys ready for the Peach Momokos? Like now, you saw the ones on the walls, but I don't think you guys have seen the raws, right? So this is for Mahalo Joe, who I know is on. Let me get this into focus. Okay.
You know you're a comic collector when you have a box of them, like the store.
So here we go. We're gonna start with Demon Wars. This is interesting. What's that? Wait. These are not it, are they? Oh, wait. What are these? Oh no. It starts here. No. I'm good. So let us start the journey, right? So this actually is the FA of armor, right? So even though this is not a Peach Momoko cover, armor is very important to her lore. So I went and picked up the FA of armor, right? And this is actually a very iconic pose of Kitty, Pride, and Colossus. So this has been homaged many times over the years. So this is a really nice one. And now we have Nico Minoru. Nico is going to be in Ultimate X-Men number 3. And I don't know if you... Oh, wait, do we already have Ultimate X-Men number 3 in VV? It should be, right? It should be live now. So you can read all about her first appearance in Ultimate X-Men number 1 on VV. And this is a really cool cover of hers way before Ultimate X-Men came out. This is Ultimate Universe, which is the first time you actually see Ultimate X-Men number 1 by Peach Momoko previewed in the back covers. Guess what? This is also on VV. Is from the first day of VV Comics going live. So this is one of the ones that you can pick up on VV. You should check that out. This is also an ultra rare on VV. Actually, I own this one on VV. It is really important. It's X-Men number 27. It's the new Champions variant. Peach Momoko was asked to create a character that would be a sidekick to an existing character in the universe, right? So she picked Storm, and she picked a Japanese character just out of her imagination called May Storm. So she is a fan of Storm, but she's a Japanese student, and she didn't even have a name at the time, and she was put as a variant cover for X-Men number 27. It became such a runaway hit. C.B. Cebulski, who is the head of Marvel, asked her if they wanted her to use this character for her upcoming Marvel release for Ultimate X-Men. She goes, oh my gosh, yes. So this is the first Champions character to actually make it out of these Champions series to make it into a mainstream series. So this is actually a very, very important book to have. Actually, so much I have 2 of them. So there you go. You guys recognize this from VV, right? This is In-hyuk Lee. I believe it is the secret rare on VV for Ultimate X-Men number 1, but this is the Virgin 1 out of 100 variant. This one is if you look at it, it's actually an homage to Peach Momoko's cover A variant, because you'll see it has the same elements, right? It has like the little bamboo thing, it has all the little tchotchkes and everything like that, and also armor in her psionic armor, right? So that I really love that one. Now, a fun story about this one, which is also on VB, is Mark Brooks created this variant. This is a Virgin variant. Mark Brooks is known by fans of X-Men 97 because he's the one who notoriously drew Rogue's butt very large, and when Apocalypse, you've seen that picture, right? And so that was Mark Brooks who did that, and it became a meme. But I mean, he is a legit artist, guys, and so he has done work, and so he did work on Ultimate X-Men. There you go. He's actually done several titles with Peach in the past, including Demon Wars number 1. Demon Days X-Men number 1, where he did a beautiful Psylocke for that title for Peach. That was her very first own standalone title for Marvel. And here you'll see I had this as a CGC, but this is that was the trade variant. This is the Virgin variant. This is a beautiful one. I cannot wait to meet Peach in 2025 to have her sign, right? So that's why I have sometimes dupes of things, because I would love to meet her. She is not coming to any cons this year. She's not going to San Diego Comic-Con. She's not going to New York Comic-Con. She's so busy with the X-Men title that she just does not have time to come over. Her last time that she came over was to the La Mole convention in Mexico. That's the last time she's hit in the Americas in 2024. So there you go.
I feel so happy that I got my Venom verse remark from her.
That is
crazy.
Luck upon luck upon luck. Like you literally rolled a fuzzy dice or that styrofoam dice, and do you understand?
Actually, Mahalo did. So he's the one who got me the remark because he didn't have anything. So shouts Mahalo, thank you.
Oh, Mahalo did you super solid. He did you a super duper solid. Yeah. Sharky, believe me, that is one of the very few out there. It probably is the only one out there, only one in existence that is a Peach Momoko remarked like Venomized Jeff. Only one, I bet you anything. So there you go. You have basically a one of one original piece of art no one else has. That is heirloom level stuff. If Peach ends up going even more stratospheric than she is now, and she already is going stratospherically. I mean, it's not just me saying that. Like, look, she's in charge of a title, right? X-Men is not a small title. So this is another one. Ultimate X-Men. This is a 1 in 25 variant. This is a design variant. Now, the cool thing is, Rian Gonzalez met her in Japan, went to her studio, and saw this original sketch because this was not done for a cover. These are actually her in production sketches she uses to remind her how to draw armor for this series, and she has it in front of her table as she is literally creating the series. So Marvel just thought it was so amazing and said, "Hey, can we make this a cover?" And she was kind of embarrassed because she said, "Well, I didn't really do it to be artistic or anything. I did it to actually do it for production design." So this is a design variant of armor that is actually used for the creation of the title. Yeah. So this means a lot, right? So, and this is by Scan. Scan is a up and coming artist. I really love these variant covers. I believe there's also 1 in 25, and that's of Maystorm. But this is funny because this is the first release of Maystorm on a cover before Maystorm is even introduced in the series. So people are very excited about this one because in the actual canon run of Ultimate X-Men #1, this is the first, right? This is the first appearance. So people like that. This is #2, Ultimate X-Men #2. This is Maystorm's design variant. Again, this is on her desk. This is actually what she uses to follow as a design guide when she's creating the series itself. That's all, I believe, also 1 in 25 variant. I might be wrong about
I like the look of it. Like, I
right?
like these ones.
Because these are not designed to be pretty. These are designed to be functional, right? So this is how she looks in profile. This looks how her uniform is supposed to look from the back and like in action. This is literally she has production notes, right? How insane is that? So these variants are really cool. So I mean, I don't know how much longer we can go because I still have a whole half of a box. So I'm not going to describe each one now because that was the most important to VV people. That was the Ultimate X-Men. I'm literally just going to flip through now. You ready? Here we go. Harley Quinn, Spider-Gwen, Venomized, Silk.
That's so sick. I
Death
like that.
of Spider-Man, Death of Spider-Man sketch.
Oh.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. The last Ronin version, right? And then this is also on VV, Ultimate Invasion, I believe, of Wasp. We got Spidey. We got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles oh gosh, but it's the first preview. The last one. Oh, I said I wasn't going to describe. Okay, so this is Daredevil. This is Demon Wars. Okay, now we're going to get into traits. So I'm going to super flip. Spidey, Avengers, Blade, Demon Days, White Fox Korean, Excalibur Jubilee, Ghost Spider Lamole, Gwen Stacy, Inferno Mystique, Black Pat, Marauders, Psylocke, Marauders, more Psylocke, Marauders. This is the trade of the one I'm hanging on my wall. Marauders #10, if you recognize that. Okay, so anyhow, we got Miles Creepy, we got Moon Knight, we got Gwen, more Gwen, we got Gwen, we got Spider-Man. This one was given to me by Max and Janie. So see, I do not forget. Look how many I flipped through, and I stopped here because I remembered what comic Max and Janie gave me. That's how meaningful these kind of gifts are, guys. So much respect to Janie for giving me this one.
Love us.
And then we got Visions. Hey, look, there's a Star Wars one there for you. Look at that Sith samurai. There you go. And we got Thor with Angela, who was originally a Tom McFarlane joint. We got Tiger Division. We got Ultimate Black Panther. She designed Killmonger and Storm for the new Ultimate Universe, if you guys didn't know that. And then we have this so cute. I think Janie picked this up too, right? Because it's a Baby May version for Ultimate Spider-Man. And then we ended with Creepy Rogue. So there you go. That is the whole Peach Momoko box of just the Raws.
Damn.
Let's go, Don.
That's a collector out here.
Yep, real deal.
Because I know none of us can follow that shit up. Tasha. Nah, I wanna say, John and Sharky, thank you guys so much for giving us a slice of your time and talking Blackpink with us, getting ready for tomorrow's drop. I wish all of y'all here on the channel the best of luck for if you guys are going for it.
Mm-hmm.
Love you guys so much. Thank you for kicking it with us. Tasha, take it away. This is where you say something, Tasha. You might want to thank
Yeah, you always throw me under the bus. Thank you guys. Yes, I'm just so excited. I'm excited for like both of you guys because I know how excited I was when Star Wars came to the app. Like it was like finally like I have something that's like mine. I can celebrate. So I can only just imagine how excited you both are with this whole Blackpink drop. Well, it's not even a drop. It's like a whole week, right? So this is exciting, and I'm excited for you guys and all the fans and everyone to have some good times and collect what you like. And I'm just excited for you guys. That's about it. That's all I got. I'm just still blown away.
Any final words from our guests?
Well, thank you guys so much for having us on. This has been fun. I'm sorry, like everything that I was going to say, John got it. So, John, you are the MVP. Love it. And you have honestly educated so many people about Blackpink. So, really, really appreciate that. There were a few things that came to mind, like, you know, I always enjoy supporting artists. So, apart from this digital drop, you know, go get physical merch if you're ever at their shows, or get onto their website, support artists, because majority of the time 100% of those sales go directly to the artist. So represent them, and there's a lot of music out there that everyone should listen to, including K-pop and Blackpink. So I'm super excited, so appreciate you guys having me on here to talk about our fandom. Thank you.
Sharky. John?
Oh, don't
John
mind me.
is
I'm just
a
flipping through
dream,
Rose's
dude. Wow.
picture book. There you go. I mean, obviously you can see I am a Rose bias. She is, and I didn't even say how gorgeous she is, but she is also gorgeous. I know Jisoo is the visual of the group, but come on, Rose is also a champion of Tiffany's for a reason. Tiffany's is like, you would be amazing as a global ambassador, right? Not just a regional ambassador, but global ambassador for our brand, because you are amazing, and she is indeed. So there you go. I encourage you guys to, you know, support your biases, you know, what you enjoy, and just like you saw how much Veve has drawn me into Peach Momoko through that one lady Daredevil, you know, that I first started with, and look where it ended up, right? So guys, even if it's one person that this thing, attracts, who is a fan of K-pop in general, or Blackpink in particular, I say, hey, Veve, job well done, because that's to me why I really value Veve, because it does actually have things for true collectors to come up and enjoy and collect, right? It really does put a smile on my face for sure. And yeah, just don't let anything discourage you, whatever those barriers might be, from just collecting what you love. So there you go.
Well said, my friend. Happy Blackpink week to everybody. See y'all later.